What's up, Roger Report fam? Get ready for a whirlwind of sports news that's going to blow your mind. First up, we're diving deep into an inspiring story about New York Giants quarterback Russell Wilson. His wife, Ciara, just revealed how Russell's powerful words and personal story helped save a teenager's life when he had just 12 hours to live. This is more than just football. This is about the profound impact one person can have. Next, we're gearing up for a massive NFL showdown. It's week 3 of the 2025 season, and two winless teams are desperate for victory. Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs are heading to MetLife Stadium to face off against Russell Wilson and the New York Giants. Can the Chiefs shake off their 0-2 start, or will the Giants finally get on the board? This primetime battle is going to be intense. Now let's talk fantasy football. Week 3 is here, and the quarterback rankings are shaking up the game. We've got standout performances from Jared Goff and Russell Wilson, while Joe Burrow's injury throws a wrench into many fantasy teams. Plus, who are the rising stars and the biggest busts so far this season? We're breaking down all the projections you need to know. And finally, we're wrapping up with some Giants drama. Rookie sensation Malik Nabers is stepping up and taking full responsibility for a crucial overtime interception that cost his team the game. What does this mean for the Giants' chemistry and their season? Don't go anywhere, and make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a second of the action. NFL star Russell Wilson's incredible act of compassion. This isn't just about touchdowns and tackles, it's about the heart of a champion off the field. New York Giants quarterback Russell Wilson, a true icon with a Super Bowl ring and multiple Pro Bowl selections, has proven his impact extends far beyond the gridiron. Through his and wife Ciara's Why Not You Foundation, Wilson recently connected with a teenager named Milton Wright, who was battling leukemia and had been given only 12 hours to live. Ciara herself shared the moving story, recounting how Milton was struggling with the decision to undergo a risky experimental treatment. It was then that Russell stepped in, sharing his own powerful story of overcoming adversity, including how his father fought for his life against all odds. Inspired by Wilson's words and resilience, Milton found the strength and determination to proceed with the treatment. This intervention, as Ciara explained, was pivotal in convincing the young man to continue his fight, ultimately leading him to remission and even becoming an advocate for other young patients. This incredible display of empathy highlights the core mission of the Why Not You Foundation, encouraging a why not you attitude in everyone. The story, first detailed by Wilson himself in the Players' Tribune back in 2016, showcases the profound difference one conversation and one person's courage can make in the face of life-threatening illness. Fans are hailing Russell Wilson's compassion, with many calling him a true role model, proving that heroes walk among us, both on and off the field. But can Russell Wilson's inspiring leadership translate to a win this Sunday? Get ready, because next, we're breaking down the massive Chiefs vs. Giants matchup. Chiefs vs. Giants, a Week 3 showdown for survival. It's a battle of 0-2 teams desperate to turn their seasons around as Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs visit Russell Wilson and the New York Giants this Sunday night. For the Chiefs, this marks their worst start since 2014, a stark contrast to their recent dynasty. After tough losses to the Chargers and Eagles, they need a win to avoid an even deeper hole. The Giants, meanwhile, have also stumbled out of the gate, with close losses to division rivals Washington and Dallas. Russell Wilson's spectacular play was unfortunately overshadowed by a late interception in Week 2, sealing their fate against the Cowboys. With the playoff odds stacked against any 0-2 team, especially in an expanded field, this game is more than just a Week 3 matchup. It's a critical early-season test. Fans are buzzing about this primetime clash, wondering which team will break their losing streak and find their first victory. The pressure is on for both Patrick Mahomes and Russell Wilson to lead their teams back to winning ways. The game kicks off Sunday, September 21st, at MetLife Stadium, with coverage starting at 7 p.m. ET on NBC and Peacock. But who's leading your fantasy team to victory this week? Stay tuned as we break down the Week 3 fantasy football quarterback rankings. Fantasy football QB rankings: Burrow's injury, Wilson's rise. Fantasy football managers are scrambling as Week 3 approaches, and the quarterback landscape has seen some major shifts. While Jared Goff and Russell Wilson delivered powerhouse performances last week, scoring 37.3 and 35.8 fantasy points respectively, the biggest shock is Joe Burrow's season-ending toe surgery. Burrow, a top fantasy pick, now leaves a massive void, forcing owners to scramble for replacements, with Jake Browning emerging as a popular pick. Several quarterbacks are showcasing their arm talent, with 6 throwing for over 300 yards last week. Russell Wilson, 450 yards, 3 TDs, Dak Prescott, 361 yards, 2 TDs, Jared Goff, 334 yards, 5 TDs, Bryce Young, 328 yards, 3 TDs, Daniel Jones, 316 yards, 1 TD, and Tua Tagovailoa, 315 yards, 2 TDs. However, some highly touted players like Josh Allen have struggled to live up to expectations. We're also keeping an eye on Justin Fields and Jaden Daniels, who are dealing with injuries but trending towards playing. Fantasy owners are dissecting every stat, looking for that edge in a league where consistency is king. With Burrow out, the search for reliable QB1s is more intense than ever, and late-round gems could define championship teams. The projections for Week 3 are out, and they reveal who's poised for a big day and who might disappoint. Speaking of Giants' performances, one young star is taking accountability for a costly mistake. We're talking about Malik Nabers and that game-deciding interception. Malik Nabers takes blame for Giants' OT interception. In a display of maturity and accountability, New York Giants rookie wide receiver Malik Nabers has owned up to his role in the team's heartbreaking overtime loss to the Dallas Cowboys. After a spectacular performance that saw him catch 2 touchdown passes for 167 yards, Nabers was the intended receiver on Russell Wilson's final, game-ending interception. Initially expressing some hesitation, Nabers quickly pivoted, taking full responsibility for the miscommunication on the crucial play. "Yeah, actually, I will take it," Nabers stated. "That's my fault. I should have been in more communication with Russ to know what we were trying to do. I was locked in on trying to figure out how the defense was playing me at the time, and I wasn't really looking at the right time for him to give me what he gave me to try to change the run-up. That's 100% my fault." This candid admission comes as the Giants, now 0-2, face a critical Week 3 matchup against the undefeated Chiefs. While Nabers is stepping up, other Giants like Dexter Lawrence II are vowing to elevate their game. The team is also navigating some injury concerns and rotation decisions at cornerback. Nabers' willingness to shoulder the blame, however, shows a strong character that could bode well for the Giants' future. That's all the breaking news for today, but we're not done yet. Stick around for a rapid-fire recap and our full call to action. And that's a wrap on today's top stories. We saw Russell Wilson's incredible act of kindness saving a teen's life, the high-stakes Chiefs versus Giants showdown, a wild Week 3 fantasy QB landscape shaken by Joe Burrow's injury, and Malik Nabers taking ownership of a crucial mistake. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the Roger Report for all your latest sports insights, hit that notification bell so you never miss an update, and drop a comment below telling us your thoughts on today's news. You can also follow us on all our social media channels for even more exclusive content. We'll see you next time.